So, here we go. Ooh. Why do they still advertise LucasArts? Even after they've died a death.
Wait, Mr. Flores. I am ready to take you now.
Ooh.
Take me where?
No. There's no need to be nervous.
Well, actually go straight into the game, huh?
Just your appearance. It's a little intimidating.
Intimidating? Me? But I'm your friend. My name's Manny Calavera. I'm your new travel agent.
I don't want
And the
to be
Green
a travel
Reaper.
agent. I want to go home.
You can't go home, Celso. You're dead. But you're not alone. Everybody here is just as dead as you. That's why we call it the land of the dead. Are you ready for your big journey?
No. What journey?
The 4-year journey of the soul. It is quite a big trip. And I can't lie to you, Celso. It could be very, very dangerous.
Dun dun dun.
You were to take that money you were buried with and buy a better travel package from us. I mean, wouldn't you rather cross the land of the dead in your own sports car? Maybe try a luxury ocean cruise?
Oh yes,
Or,
of course.
if you led a very good life, you may even be eligible for a ticket on the number 9 itself.
Wow.
Number 9?
That's our top-of-the-line express train. It shoots straight to the 9th underworld, the land of eternal rest, in 4 minutes instead of 4 years. But
Wow.
very few people qualify. Let's take a look at your records.
Computer says no.
Well, the bad news is the train appears to be just out of your reach, but I still got a couple of tricks up my sleeve here. Yaha! Yes, that's the ticket. The Excelsior line. Yes. That compass and the handle will sure come in handy, too. Oh, you're going to have a great trip. Wish I was going.
Why don't you? You could give me a lift.
Oh, I can't leave here until I've worked off a little debt to the powers that be.
Community service, eh? Well, I guess there are some folks worse off than me.
Yep.
Oh, I'll be leaving here soon enough.
Of course you will.
Thanks to dead and no commission low-life cases like yours, Menso.
Hey, Manny. The boss told me to tell you not to leave early tonight. He wants to talk to you about something when he gets back from his trip.
Tell Don not to worry. I'm not going anywhere.
You would appear so.
Especially not with clients like that. Where do they get these guys? They don't
Stilts as well.
good, so I can't sell anything good. Can't work off my time, and I'm stuck. Stuck selling walking sticks to a bunch of burros for eternity. I need better clients. I need a real saint. I need a lead on a rich, dead saint. ¿Qué es esto?
Wow, so from the get-go you've got mouse. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go, options. Okay. Gamepad. Okay. That's going to be a bit confusing because I'm using an Xbox 360 pad, but okay. Director's commentary. Pause, run. Okay. So what I'm going to do is turn this on. And then, because everyone's going to be doing it, so let's just do this now. And then we'll see what exactly this entails. Ooh. Pick up. Ooh. Didn't see that. Too late.
It's some sort of special work order.
To all agents from Office Manager Don Copel.
All right, you boneheads, thank your lucky stars and get to your friggin' cars. We have a mass poisoning on our hands.
Poisoning?
We dead to assign specific cases, so all clients are first come, first serve. So let's see some hustle out there.
Whatever.
I love pneumatic tubes. If you ever read articles about old New York, there's a lot of stuff about how the tube system was. There was an inter-building tube system too.
Oh, really?
I don't know how that could possibly work. And the tubes were 16 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
And they would shoot pneumatic messages, like they'd push them between buildings. And none of those tubes are there, and they're thinking about like using them for fiber optics and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
My computer gives me instant access to our database of deadbeats.
It's database, not database. Sorry.
So this was actually the art test I took.
Oh.
I had to make this whole scene in a day.
Really? No. Did they pay you for that? 1 day?
Barely.
Wow.
I was so scared.
How much did you get done?
I think almost all the geometry.
Oh. Wow.
In some cases, it used to be an overnight render.
My boss is always giving me these motivational sales books. They bought the farm, now sell them the cows. Stuff like that.
I hate books like that. It's like, what? Mass poisoning, huh? Door goes open. Warning, this game does not automatically save. Please save in the pause menu to avoid losing progress. Really? They couldn't remaster that? Oh, alright then. Well, they haven't really done much to the backgrounds because they look fuzzy as hell. Let's go.
Domino's door is locked. Probably scared I'll steal one of his files. Not a bad idea, actually.
Break it open.
So this was the first scene in the game that we ever actually did with some test assets. So I had, this is when I was proving out, okay, yes, we can do this. It was this hallway scene. We had Manny up, run up and down. We had the security cam, kind of camera switching. We had text on the screen. We had animations. We had geolocation of the sound relative to the camera. The typing was down the hallway. And we had Manny running up and down. It was a really good test scene, and it kind of came to it at the very last second. Like literally, I was compiling code as people ran in the room because I had a awful bug. But this was sort of like proof that yes, we have all the elements to make this work. This was the first scene ever put together. And Manny, notice in this scene, Manny hardly ever clips behind anything, and that's partially because I didn't have Z-buffers working yet. But it was good enough that when people saw it, like they were really impressed, and I was kind of surprised because I was like the new guy at LucasArts and was kind of half-assing my way through this, and somehow made everybody really impressed. So I thought, at that point, I thought, okay, we can do this.
Sounds like everyone I know that codes. Let's go do the demo of stuff. Yes, yeah, that's a good idea. Let me just go over here and yeah. Hang on, what's?
So, is there a reason that a lot of people who are in administrative positions of power have New York accents? Is that a
Everyone in the jazz era was from New York.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because New York was usually the area of jazz. Well, not area of jazz, you know.
Buenos dias.
Manny, why aren't you at the poisoning?
What poisoning?
The Code 3 gazpacho poisoning that everybody's at but you. Why do I send out memos if nobody reads them?
Any messages?
Any messages for me?
Besides the one about the poisoning?
Yeah.
I only have one other message for you, Manny. I'm not your secretary. I don't take your messages. So get it through your thick skull and stop forwarding your phone to me.
All right. But that sounded more like 4 messages to me.
In my heart, you're still my
In my
secretary.
heart, though, you're still my secretary.
Manny, what are you talking about? I was never your secretary, even when you were on top. I got one boss, same as you, Don Copel.
Come on, I know you work for another
Come
man.
on, I know you work for another man besides Don.
What are you talking about?
I know you take memos for Hurley sometimes.
Ah, Manny, just beat it, will ya?
Where is everybody?
Oh, Manny, did you forget what day it is today?
Oh man, did I come in on Saturday again?
It's the Day of the Dead. Everybody's back in the land of the living, visiting their families like we should be.
So why
Why
aren't
aren't you
you?
visiting your family today?
The boss is here, so I gotta be here. How about you, Cal?
No one back there I want to see.
And you don't want Domino here alone, getting all the good leads.
Domino's here?
He's at the poisoning right now, stealing your commission.
So, yeah, you going to the
So,
Christmas party?
you going to the Christmas party?
After the spectacle you made of yourself last year, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Any good gossip?
Well, I heard Domino got a raise.
Por favor, tell me some good news, why don't you?
I still love you.
You're all I really need, belleza. Busy as ever, I see.
I'd have more work to do if you had more clients.
Ouch. Well, I gotta go hit the bricks.
Okay, you show those bricks a lesson.
Okay. Door number 2. So, got the mouse. If I go to pad, okay, so that's pretty cool. I can run.
Elevator code.
Yeah.
Elevator code's the worst, man. Door code in general.
So there was a door box that you would draw on the ground that would have data attached to it that would trigger the art and the.
Well, it's like the old like when you walk into a supermarket in the old days, they didn't have like a IR thing that was pointing at you. They had like a pad on the ground.
Yeah.
You would roll your cart or step on the pad on the ground, and it would automatically open the grocery store for you. And it's just like that. Like there's a little invisible box that you cross that triggers all that stuff.
And then all the fiddly bits of people step on the box, step off the box, step back on it while the doors are opening and closing, and those doors are broken for a long time.
It's locked.
Break it down. You've got a scythe, haven't you? Yeah, scythe. See, it's giving me the PlayStation buttons, but I'm using an Xbox 360. Oh, I don't know. Go back to mouse.
It's locked. Let's see. Where am I on this? Don Copal, Domino Hurley, Junior Sales Associates. That better not be me. I remember the year they built that.
I love that mural because it's the 3 ways of traveling in the land of the dead, the car, and the train, and the boat. There's no air travel in the land of the dead. No land of the dead airlines.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. So I'll do that again because I cut off.
I remember the year they built that. Mostly because it cost so much, we didn't get bonuses that year. Tacaños.
I'm to fly.
We can't operate cars. That's how they keep us from skipping town.
Okay. So it runs double click. Okay. Bread.
Since I really didn't get to celebrate the festival this year, I think I'm entitled to a little pan de muertos. I get crumbs all over.
Put it away. Let's talk to this guy.
What's going down, clown?
Hey, back off, suit. I'm practicing.
Practicing what?
Practicing what?
Wringing your neck. What does it look like?
Twist me up one of them, huh, fella?
Yeah. Twist this, all right?
Bet you can't do a cat.
Can't do a cat.
Shows what you know, buddy. I can do anything. I can do birds, amphibians, famous poets. Go ahead. Name one.
Robert Frost.
Robert Frost.
Trying to stump me.
Woo!
Ta-da!
I know why we chose Robert Frost for the balloon shape either.
Oh, that was genius.
Knew
'Cause
it was hard to make Robert Frost.
yes, and also because I think the whole implication is that the clown is way beyond his pay grade, and he has disdain for all those around him, and so he makes shapes that his lowly
I never
audience
even thought
would-
about that being testimony to the skills of the clown. I thought of it as being Manny being a smartass. Because he asked for it. He's like, oh yeah? Can you do Robert Frost? And then, of course, the clown does it.
But see that's a Chandler thing too, because the detective is always smarter than sort of the world that he's in. So he's teasing the clown,
So to speak.
Yeah, so to speak. Because he knows the clown knows what Robert Frost looks like.
Okay.
Can I walk through your tent? I want to see the parade.
Well, walk through someone else's tent, all right? Do I look like a turnstile to you?
If I'm honest, yeah.
Some festival, huh?
Yeah, pretty busy. My carpal tunnel syndrome's really acting up.
But you don't have any tendons.
Yeah, well, you don't have a tongue, but that doesn't seem to shut you up now, does it?
Bang!
Ah, lousy bony fingers.
Sorry, that's not funny.
My kid wants another balloon animal.
Ah, jeez, what now?
I'm not gonna do that one again. Dead worm.
Heck, that's easy. There's no limit on those.
I'll be back. Dun, 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 dun. I've been humming that song on and off for the last few months. Oh, hang on, we've got a Z here.
I think the camera choices in this game were actually pretty fantastic as well. I don't know who's responsible for that. Was it storyboarded or was that you, Pete? Or?
Yeah, probably a little bit. There's a lot of stuff got worked out ahead of time, certainly, and I mean because we didn't necessarily build full 360 3D worlds. Well, except for like the offices and stuff.
Just build what you need to see. Anyway, yeah, I've been humming the song on and off for the last few months since I heard about it being remastered. What's this?
I don't like the way that eye is looking at me.
Do, 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 do.
It's huge. I can't open it. It looks like a rope, but it's really just a bunch of cheap ties tied together.
It's a tacky looking rope. Well, for those who'll get it, that's the second tackiest rope I've ever seen.
Can you imagine actually pulling yourself up a little chain of ties that are as long as the like?
Well, that's what's great about. And then I like the view
like,
down.
He's so calm about it too. He's like, chip, chip, chip. Many stories. I mean, part of it is, I guess, he probably won't die. If
He's
he
already
falls.
dead.
He's already
I was going to
dead.
say he's already dead. So it's really just.
And I was thinking, does he have the muscles to do that? Whereas, no, he doesn't have any muscles. He's just a
No.
living skeleton. How is he moving? He's magic.
His
It's
spirit
soul.
is
It's a soul.
animating. Yes.
And oh, Oh.
I always liked the music up at the up on the ledge.
Me too. It's
because
very Bernard Herrmann.
and it made
Vertigo.
me always made me feel like a little. Maybe it's because I actually have
Vertigo?
a little bit of vertigo or whatever you say. No, vertigo
Well,
is not the
isn't
thing.
that
but, yeah.
that happens a lot in
Fear of
Vertigo, the
heights.
movie Vertigo, like the
Yes.
na, 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 na,
Yeah,
na, na,
yeah.
na, na, na.
Yeah, it probably comes from that.
Like that dreamy falling sensation.
Well, I'm a huge Bernard Herrmann fan. How can you not be? He's really he was the guy who really brought kind of a seriousness of classical music to scoring. I mean, the guys before me, there were great composers before him. They were a little more sort of kind of the entertaining aspect of orchestral music, and I think he was really very serious about it.
They're right, actually. Vertigo, yeah, definitely.
Looks like the boss has gone fishing. Looks like the boss has gone fishing. Aha. There's nobody in Domino's office.
Can we get in?
Domino locks his window. Fear of pigeons, probably.
Well, they are skeletal pigeons. Ah, lovely.
The computers in the game are, I think, where you can see Peter Chan's 12 Monkeys like influence, like Terry Gilliam mix of like, I don't know if you call it steampunk, but there's like a lot of analog big tube type things combined with Art Deco and old-fashioned typewriter keyboards.
Well, they had steam and punk in those days, right? But they didn't actually call it steampunk, right?
In the 90s, I think we might have
They
had
did?
steampunk back then. Oh yeah.
Jeez. See, I told you I was from the Mad Men era.
I'm so glad they made a show about you guys.
I haven't actually seen that. Maybe we'll do one day.
It looks like Don's rigged his computer to automatically answer his intercom. I'll just change his auto response here.
Not now, Ava!
Ooh. I need to actually... Hang on.
It'll have to wait! I'm in the middle of a very important meeting!
Nope. Now, I know what I need to do it. I need him to be able to say this.
Ah, cripes, Ava! Just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy!
Have a look.
Memo from the desk of Don Copal. Hey! Work orders are assigned by my office and are not exchangeable among salesmen. Swapping, selling, and specially stealing work orders will result in severe disciplinary action.
Oh, got something over there.
Just thinking about Don's file system gives me a cold chill.
Okay. Out the window. Now this is kind of the problem, because I know... Ooh. What?
The ties, when Manny later uses the ties to cross over to the roof, he wanted to be more like a little, a little bit more, less adventure game and more sort of skill game, where you had to kind of, line up the ties and throw the lasso and hook it on the thing. And I'll be honest with you, that was technically not something I was prepared to do in any way, shape, or form. It was kind of all I could do to make the rest of the stuff work. So the ties and the beavers were, and actually the shocks on the tree were all supposed to be a little bit more dynamic than a lot of the canned stuff you typically have in an adventure game. We just couldn't do it.
Little hint to what we'll have to do later. Run, Manny, run! Right, so obviously we're going to go in this lift. Right, what do they have to say for themselves?
You hear reverb on the steps, and you hear the reverb on his voice, and that was
real time. It's his real-time reverb. In a time when we never did that, we always pre-baked the files with reverb, and Jeff really had to fight for, I think it was like 5% of the CPU. But now anything that happens in this garage goes through that reverb. And like to modern game folks, audio people, it's just totally basic, no big deal. But back then it was such a big deal. And he really had to jump through hoops for it, and it's so great.
Here's what I need. Wheels.
Oops.
Mark Hamer, I remember animating that Glottis coming out, and he had to put this thing called a lattice on his butt. And he was like, "What are you working on, Mark?" I'm working on the Glottis butt lattice. And he was always like working on the Glottis butt lattice to like morph and squash and stretch his butt as it came out of the door. And so, 3 cheers to Mark Hamer and his Glottis butt lattice. Amazing work, still remembered to this day.
Good old Glottis.
Hey, service.
Hey, who the... Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't expect... Sales agents usually don't come over to this part of the garage.
Hey, you a driver?
You a driver?
Me? Ha! No. I don't ride them, just wrench them.
I'm Calavera. Manny Calavera.
My name's Glottis. I don't get many visitors. Hey, I got a message for a Mr. Calavera. Your driver said that Mr. Hurley said that he could have the rest of the day off.
Domino sent my driver home?
Of course he did.
Wasn't that nice?
Looks like I need a new driver.
Oh, I would agree with that. Yes, you do.
You want to be my replacement driver?
Me? Oh, no. Sorry, can't. Rules.
Come on, Glottis.
Come on, Glottis. I need you to be my driver.
No, I can't. I'm too big.
You're not too big. You're just right.
No, they told me again and again. I'm too big to drive.
Aw. You're not too big.
You're not too big. You just have a self-image problem.
A what?
Repeat after me. I am not fat. I am thin. Women find me attractive.
Hey, I never said I was too fat for the ladies, just the cars. The ladies like me just fine.
Well, this is the right
You're
one.
not too big. The cars are just too small.
Yeah, those dang compact cars. Hey, that gives me an idea. I could alter your car just a bit with just a quick torch job to let out the seams, you know? But I'm not allowed to modify the cars without a work order from upstairs. I could lose my job.
A work order, huh?
Yeah. I can't torch anything bigger than a cigarette without one of these signed by the boss himself.
Hey, that's my line. Getting people to sign. Back in a snap.
Yeah, too small. I'm not too big. Everything around here is just too small.
That's it, Glottis. Put it away. Right, let's go. Ooh. That was always a pain with the tank controls, because as soon as it changed the scene, the directions changed. Right, let's get the sign, shall we?
Eva, I really need the boss to sign this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, Mr. Calavera has something out here that he says he needs your signature on.
Ah, cripes, Ava. Just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy.
There you go.
You'll have to excuse him, Manny. It's probably a really hard crossword puzzle he's got in there today.
Eva, I'm impressed. I had no idea you had this kind of power.
Well, we all have our secrets.
Man at work.
Hey, I look good in this, don't I?
Yeah, well, they say black is slimming.
I'm driving, yeah! I'm driving!
Oh, Glottis.
Por favor. I could have walked faster than this. Híjole, I'm gonna miss the poisoning.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Domino. The living still give me the creeps.
Okay, let's see what they've got to say for themselves.
In the land of the living, the people look horrifying because of that. Have you ever seen that optical illusion where you take a picture of someone from a magazine, you cut rectangles out of their eyes and their mouth, and then you turn them upside down, and they just look like demons?
Oh yeah, yeah, totally.
That's land of the living.
Yeah.
I have to say, this food looks pretty good. In this world, all I can do is look, smell, and reap. It's the fear of death that makes monsters of us all.
Okay, alright, let's get on with it. Let's reap, baby. Oop, Zed. Hang on. Oh, I missed that one, never mind.
Nice bathrobe.
But we offer several travel package upgrades if you'd care to.
Cut the yap. I want something cheap where I can get some rest, and that's it.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know, Manny, I could make this car a little faster if you wanted.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, slam the front into the weeds, tub the rear end, dual blowers popping out of the hood.
You'll get plenty of rest this way, Mr. Martinez, and you'll be safely padded by the foam created when these two chemicals mix, like this.
On second thought, I want to upgrade my package.
Sorry, Bruno, but you didn't qualify for anything better. But here, have this complimentary mug.
No, wait! Can't you find me something where I can move my legs?
You know I'd like to, Bruno, but my boss is a real hard-ass.
I gotta be a hard-ass when I got lazy sickle wavers like this jolly boy working for me. Manny, you couldn't find a sale at a yacht club.
I got a sale right here.
I'm talking premium sales, Calavera. Like the kind Domino makes.
How am I supposed to make premium sales with the scumbag clients you're sending me?
Hey! Now you're blaming the clients? I've had it with you, Manny. If you haven't bagged a premium before the next sales report comes in, you're out! Out on the street. No job. No way to work off your time. Just your fancy suit and your big smile and a whole lot of time to kill. Who you calling a scumbag? Why, I oughta...
Silence! That bit did not need subtitles.
I'm sick of waiting around for a good lead. Like it's gonna fly in here tied to a brick. It's time to take one.